again and welcome back to another session of Commerce class with me, Suman Rathore. Friends, in our earlier video, we have discussed certain characteristics of company. Like, company is an artificial person created by law, having separate legal existence, with perpetual succession and limited liability and a common seal. And the shares of company are freely transferable. Now, all these characteristics of company, or we can say all these unique characteristics of company, makes it the most suitable form of organizing private sector enterprise. And due to all such characteristics, it enjoys certain merits, like first is large capital resources. As compared to other forms of business organization, more financial resources are available to joint stock companies, because there is no restriction regarding invitation to general public. Its capital is divided into shares of small value so that people with limited means can also buy them. The credit standing of a joint stock company is also high. Banks and financial institutions also do not hesitate in granting loans and financial assistance to the companies. Different types of securities can be issued to mobilize funds from different kinds of investors. Next is limited liability. The liability of members of a joint stock company is limited to the face value of shares held by them. Their personal property cannot be used to pay the claims of the creditors. The risk is known and is divided among a large number of persons. As such, the principle of limited liability also encourages people to invest money in a joint stock company. Next is continuity of existence. A joint stock company enjoys uninterrupted existence over a long period of time. As a company has a separate legal entity, death or insolvency of its members does not affect its existence. Ownership of a company may change without affecting the continuity of operations. Nothing can bring an end to the company until it is wound up under the law. Therefore, a company can undertake projects of long duration. Next is efficient management. A company can employ highly qualified experts in different areas of business management because it has huge fund at its disposal. Employment of professional managers helps in improving the efficiency, and combined judgment and experience of several directors facilitate balanced decision for the success of its operations. Next is transferability of shares. Shares of a company are freely transferable, except in case of private company. Members are not bound to keep them for life. This facility gives an advantage to members that whenever they want, they can convert their shares into cash. And such liquidity of investment attracts investors, which in turn brings investment. Next is economies of scale. Perpetual succession and availability of huge funds enable a company to expand and diversify its business operations. Large capital and professional management facilitate large-scale operations. Therefore, a company can fully secure the advantages of large scale in production, marketing, finance, and other areas of business. Next is public confidence. A company enjoys confidence of public and a good reputation in the business world. It has to disclose its results and follow all legal regulations. Therefore, people have trust in a public company. So, company form of business organization came into existence due to the limitations of sole proprietorship and partnership. But this form of business organization, or we can say the joint stock company, also suffers from certain limitations. Like, first is legal formalities. Formation of a company is a time-consuming and expensive process. Too many legal formalities have to be observed and several legal documents have to be prepared and filed. Experts hired to prepare these documents charge heavy fees. Even after incorporation, raising of capital is also a difficult task. Next is lack of motivation. The directors and other officers of a company have little personal involvement in the efficient management of a company. Ownership rights and controlling powers are not in the same hand. Also, there is no direct link between effort and reward, like in case of sole proprietorship. And it is difficult to keep personal touch with the customers and employees. As such, efficiency of business operations may be low. Next is delay in decision making. As compared to other forms of business like sole proprietorship or partnership, joint stock companies take more time in taking decisions, which might result in loss of opportunities. Holding meetings, passing resolutions, and completion of legal formalities take a lot of time. Next is lack of secrecy. It is mandatory for public limited companies to get their accounts audited and publish them quarterly in newspapers. Though it ensures transparency, but it also makes it difficult for a company to maintain secrecy. Next is excessive government control. At every stage in the management of a company, there are legal rules and regulations. Several legal provisions have to be followed and reports have to be filed. Such legal interference in day-to-day operations results in wastage of time and money. Next is oligarchic management. Though company is said to have a democratic style of management, but in reality, control and management of company rest in hands of board of directors. They take advantage of company form of business to make personal gains. Often directors try to mislead the members and manipulate the voting power to maintain and perpetuate their control. So, despite all these limitations of company that we have discussed just now, company form of organization is considered suitable in case of heavy and basic industries where very huge capital investment is required, or in case of large-scale operations where economies of scale is very much important, or in case of businesses where the law makes it obligatory to have company form of organization, like in case of banking, or where the owners wants to enjoy limited liability. That's all for today. Thanks for staying in tune and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you and goodbye for now.